Stop moving around the car. Your nails are so noisy. 你看，我在。走。What is up, guys? Welcome back to the TheDanCam.
I want you, and I changed my life. That simple thought, God doesn't need you, He wants
you. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the TheDanCam, and in this episode I'm going to talk to you about how you can make your videos look more professional looking without having any expensive equipment. So recently I took up a job as an errand boy for a music video production that was meant for a corporate company, and it was pretty cool and pretty fun, and I also got to observe how the production crew went about doing their filming, setting up their lighting equipment, and all that other cool stuff that they do in productions. And I actually got to learn a few principles that I felt could be applied to the average filmmaker like you and myself, and I'm going to share that in this video. The first point that I want to talk about is knowing your equipment. In this particular production, they had really expensive equipment that had all sorts of functions, and it was really important for them to know how to use the equipment in order for them to get the best shot that they like. And what made these guys true professionals was that they understood each and every single one of these equipments and gear, and they knew how to generate the best effect for each and every single shot that they were trying to take. So yeah, likewise for us, we use cheaper equipment, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't understand how our equipment works, what the limitations are, and what are the advantages that we have with certain equipments. So for example, in my video of Vietnam that I did, I had really cheap and basic equipment like the Sony a5000, I had the GoPro Hero 5 which was on a gimbal, and I had my smartphone. So these are the only equipments that I had on my trip. And the thing about using a GoPro is that you get this action camera distorted look, right? And it doesn't really match the feel of my video, which was going for more of a cinematic travel film kind of vibe. So what I did was I went to adjust the settings to a linear view, and I also adjusted the video in post-production to make it more straight, so it doesn't look like an action camera, but it looks like a normal camera. And on top of that, I knew that the GoPro could film at 120 frames per second, which means I can get really good slow motion, and I had a gimbal as well, so I could get really smooth tracking shots, very nice pans, and I could just play with that. And that's what I did for that video, and I felt that it really added to the epic vibe to that video. So yeah, that's an example of understanding your equipment and knowing what it can do and what are some of the things that you need to work around it to get the best outcome that you like for your video. So the next point is being intentional as a filmmaker. This has two meanings. So the first meaning is that you film with an intent. You film with a particular story that you want to tell, with a particular message that you want to bring across to your viewers, right? So having a story will make your videos more interesting, and with that story, you should plan out your shots to match that story and contribute to bringing across that intent to your viewer. That will make your video look so much more professional because it looks planned, it looks expensive, it looks like a lot of thought was put into it, and it just has a really nice flow in that video. Right? The second point about being intentional is paying attention to the details in your video. For example, the colors, costumes, or the props that you might use in your videos. YouTubers like Marques Brownlee pay a lot of attention to the details and the prop settings and the background in their videos, So he does videos on gadgets and smartphones, and when he's showing you the smartphone, he always uses a nice background that has a lot of different colors, a lot of different props to make it look more appealing, because else it'll just be just a smartphone, which can be a little boring. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that us filmmakers should look out for if we want our videos to have that extra notch, that just extra touch to it that makes it look so much better. So plan your shots, plan everything as much as possible, because when you plan, you have a direction in your filmmaking. Sometimes things may change along the way, and that's okay, that's part of the creative work. But when you plan, there will always be a better flow to your video making, and it's also much smoother in your video editing. Next point that I want to talk about is evaluating your own work. It's really important that you take a look at your own work and you ask yourself what could have been done better, or what do you like about it, what do I want to take from this, and maybe use in my next video, or what do I want to remove from it in my future videos. So back to the production that I was a part of, they had clients who were there, like 3 or 4 people from the company that they were filming for. They would be watching on a wireless monitor and actually giving a feedback to the director in real time through a walkie-talkie. So yeah, that's really insane because I didn't think of that. I didn't think that they would be able to give them immediate feedback, and that really helps the director to understand what the client is looking for and how to adjust his shots, how to adjust his set, and maybe direct the actors to create the shot that would best appeal to the clients. So personally, I'll get a few friends or my brothers, like Sean from the previous video, to tell me what they think about the video and maybe some of the things that I can work on, what they didn't like about it. Sometimes they'll say oh, maybe you fidget too much, or this looks kind of weird, maybe you can edit it in a different way. And all this really helps me in the future because whenever I'm filming or editing, I begin to take note of all these things that I have received feedback on in the previous videos. And over time, you'll definitely become a more polished and more professional filmmaker because you're always receiving feedback, you're always thinking of ways that you can improve and how you can make your video editing or your filming better. So yeah, those are the 3 things that I learned from my recent small little job that I did, and it was really interesting to be a part and to witness such a high level of production, and it really helped me change some of the things that I thought about in video making. And I hope that these principles also help you make your videos look more professional in the future, to make you a more polished video maker in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any feedback or any comments to give for this video, please do leave them in the comment section below, and I really appreciate them, and it will really help me become a better filmmaker in the future. So yeah, ciao!